But I mean, if you look at even some influencers, I've seen it over the last couple of days on X that um, they're pretty knowledgeable. They're part of a team. They make wallets and these kinds of things, and so they're really well known. But they pose this question, stating that it's okay. I think that was the question. It's okay to sell Bitcoin when you need to. Maybe I'm phrasing it wrong, but it's something like this. But it's not okay to sell Bitcoin when you want to. And that to me is it's enforcing what's called the hodl, and the hodl can be a cult. It can be.
Yeah.
Anytime you're forced to do something in that sphere because you're almost penalized socially, it becomes a cult-like environment. You should be able to sell your crypto whenever and wherever and for whatever reason you want. Should you manipulate the market? No, that's a moral imperative. You shouldn't manipulate the market, because then that may be something where you're taking from others as opposed to benefiting yourself and others. Now, that's where you and I and anyone may separate. I'm driven to really focus on trying to do win-win. Some people will manipulate the market, as we're assuming, as being said with some of these large market makers doing manipulation. They think of everything as numbers. They don't care that there's people behind it. They're driving numbers down, and then they want to buy back. That means they really want to hammer everyone else, to squeeze everyone else. And that's where I think some of these metrics, it becomes, in my position, I'm not stating anybody else's position, my position, some of these things can become greed. And for me, that's an evil. And so, yeah, there's a lot of things that I said there, but the fact is you should never be penalized just being told that you should do nothing but have diamond hands. This is yours. Buy it when you want it, sell it when you want it, use it when you want it. Whatever you want to do with it, that's what it's there for. That's why Satoshi gave it to us. You're supposed to use it, do something with it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's right. But if you have no way to use it in the way you need to spend it, then I mean, it makes sense to convert it. But I understand it
into something you can use it for.
Yeah, but it's fair to prioritize Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, because obviously the fiat system is definitely kind of
I agree
very
with
unreliable,
you on that.
Right?
I agree with you on that, but of course there is some of that is just emotion, and that hodl is a forced imperative, part of the cult. And it's a realization that they do for themselves to prove it. It's like, I hodled. It's all of a sudden I've achieved this level, this notoriety that I haven't sold. It's really weird. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like it when people get like that. The whole orange eyes and diamond eyes and all these kind of crappy things they did. That was a retarded thing. If you want Bitcoin, I think you should want Bitcoin. That would be my opinion. I think everyone should own some Bitcoin. But if you should want to sell, God bless you. Sell it if you want.
Yeah, but I think it's just a community thing.
Later on. I mean, you may play that price later on, because I think Bitcoin has shown its trajectory, but it also has volatility. And we've seen extreme volatility in Bitcoin. And so that just matters of when you sell it, of course, whether it's of a value returned to you or a loss of value. When you want to sell it, there may be a smarter time or a dumb time. That would be one thing I would say. But if you need to sell it, you should sell. That's just whatever.
Yeah, I think it's normal, right? Like, communities kind of create bonds, and then they start to like identify each other with like those core things, right? And you've seen we have had the same issues with Divi, where some people were accused of selling or accused of creating problems, and of course there were people who were having some malicious actions, right? But
Correct.
besides that,
Yeah.
a lot of people who were just selling what they had and they needed it or whatever, they took the decision for whatever reason, and they were really called out. And that's definitely, I think, people who do that feel like, hey, you're abandoning us,
Mhm.
and it's kind of strange, but there is this kind of community aspect where if you if you start to sell, it's perceived that now you're against it, which is crazy, because again, you need to use it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it is driven by fear, right? Fear of not being, not having done the right choice. Like it is for people, they see that as a red flag, and I think yes, it needs to change.